What is going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Simone Raider back at it again with another video, and today I'm going to be previewing our Las Vegas Raiders versus the LA Chargers in this Week 15 matchup under the bright lights in Las Vegas on Thursday Night Football. Now, I understand that the past is the past and our horrible performance against the Colts was all bad, but something positive came out of it. We finally fired Paul Guenther, so hopefully this can change this whole team around and we can make a run at the playoffs. Playoffs? I don't even know why I'm talking about playoffs. We just need to go out there and win this game. Now, before I get started with this pre-game preview, I'm gonna sell out to you guys real quick. I wanna give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, the Flick app, the ultimate sports chat app on the App Store. Now, if you're a Raider fan and you wanna join a community of Raider fans for this Thursday Night Football's game, just to chat and just go over the game and vent to the Raider Nation, then this is the place for you. So you're not sitting all alone by yourself on Thursday night wishing to Santa Claus like, man, I wish I had some friends to talk to on this game day. Well, look no further than the Flick app. You can download the app. The link will be down in the description below. And if you guys enjoy this t-shirt that you see right here, I want to give a huge shout out to BlackSundayShop.com. If you guys want to go get some Nation gear for the holidays, then go over to BlackSundayShop.com. All right, Raider Nation, enough selling out. Let's get started with your pre-game preview.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Now, before I get started with your pre-game preview, I want to give you guys some quick Nation news that you can use. Henry Ruggs has been placed on the COVID/reserve list. He will miss this week's game versus the Chargers. The Raiders also added Marcel Aitman to the practice squad. Vic Beasley has signed on to the active 53-man roster. Even though he hasn't put up a lot of stats, the Raiders like what they see from him. Beasley was added onto the practice squad on November 23rd, but he has played in the last 2 games as a game day addition to the lineup. And Takk McKinley is designated to return off of IR. He could have a chance to debut this week versus the Chargers, but we'll see if there's any update leading up to the game. This would definitely help out our defensive line. Whew, that was some quick Nation news. Now let's head over to the pre-game preview. Now our Raiders are coming off of a short week to play their AFC West rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers, on Thursday Night Football. It's been a shaky past couple of weeks for the Silver and Black, only winning 1 out of the last 4 games. After starting off the season hot, things have cooled off for the Raiders, with playoff hopes slowly fading away. The Chargers, on the other hand, are coming off of a win versus the Falcons. Justin Herbert and company look to get their revenge after our first meeting, where the Raiders came away with a W off of the last play of the game. With how the Raiders have been looking these past couple of weeks, it's hard to see them come out of this with a win, but hopefully I'm wrong. The biggest news this week coming out of Vegas has been the firing of Raiders defensive coordinator Paul Guenther. The Raiders defensive line coach Rod Marinelli will take over as the new defensive coordinator, so we should see if this makes any kind of difference for the Raiders defense. After a horrible showing against the Indianapolis Colts, the Raiders look to bounce back this week. It will be a tough task though, as the Raiders could be without key players like Henry Ruggs, Jonathan Abram, and Clelin Ferrell, just to name a few. Again, it looks like we will have to rely on Derek Carr and the offense to come through on Thursday night. We know that no matter the records, divisional games will always be a tough battle. So I expect the Chargers to come out swinging, and the Raiders should be ready to answer back with anything the Chargers throw at them. At this point, the Raiders shouldn't worry about anything else other than winning this week's game versus the LA Chargers.
Round 1, fight!
Now for your matchup of the game, I have the Chargers offense versus the Raiders defense. Now, if you're a Raider fan, you already know that the Raiders' biggest weakness is on the defensive side. We have seen time and time again how badly we've played defensively, especially this past week versus the Colts, where we gave up over 400 yards total. Now, Paul Guenther is finally gone, but we'll see how this defense plays under Rod Marinelli. In a short week like this week, it's going to be tough with guys like Clelin Ferrell, Jonathan Abram, Damon Arnett, and Nicholas Morrow possibly missing this week's game, but we'll have to play through it. The Chargers have shown flashes of being a top offense in the league, with rookie Justin Herbert under center. Herbert has thrown for 3,467 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions this season. On top of that, he has averaged 41 pass attempts per game, highest in the league. The whole Chargers offense revolves around him, and the Raiders will need to put pressure on him. Now, this sounds much easier than it actually is, because the Raiders defense hasn't been able to put pressure on the quarterback, especially in these past 4 weeks. The only player that was able to do so was Cleveland Farrell, who might not even play in this game. If the Chargers were smart, they would test the Raiders' run D, which struggled in the past 2 weeks versus the Jets and the Colts, giving up over 200 yards in each game. LA does have a capable back in Austin Eckler, so that's another weapon the Raiders will have to look out for. All in all, if the Raiders want to have any chance of winning this game, the defense will have to show up to play on Thursday Night Football.
I got the keys now.
Now for your 3 keys to the game. Key number 1, no turnovers. Now we know last week the Raiders struggled with turnovers. We had 3 turnovers in that game against the Colts. We had 2 interceptions and we had 1 fumble. Now the first interception, I gotta give it to Kenny Moore because that was a beautiful interception in the end zone, but that's still unacceptable. We had 1 taken back to the house. It wasn't Derek Carr's fault, but the game was over by that time. And then we had a fumble by Hunter Renfrow, which is still unacceptable. The Raiders have got to take care of the ball, and the Raiders have struggled with turnovers in these past couple of games, most notably with fumbles. And in that Falcons game, you've seen how bad the game can turn into if the Raiders keep turning over the ball. So we have got to keep it clean out there. We have got to take care of the ball, and we cannot end any of these drives in a turnover, because if we do, it's going to be a long day for the Raiders, and we got to take advantage of this Chargers defense and do everything that we have to do on offense to score points and not give up any turnovers. Key number 2, run the ball. Now, we all know that the Raiders' biggest strength on offense is on the ground. And I seen a crazy stat earlier today that in the first 9 games where the Raiders were 6-3, they averaged over 100 yards per game on the ground. And in the last 4 games where we went 1-4, we have only averaged 70 yards per game. And that is unacceptable. We have got to go back to our roots. We got to keep pounding the rock on the ground behind Josh Jacobs and even Devontae Booker. We have got to go back to how we played football in the first 9 games of the season. I feel like we strayed away from that in these past couple of games because we were trailing early in these games and we were turning balls over. Now I understand that Josh Jacobs has been banged up these past couple of weeks and we haven't been able to control the game on the ground, but we have got to do a better job doing that in this game against this Chargers defensive line that struggle against the run. So if we want to have any chance of winning this game, we're going to have to dominate in the run game. Now for my last key of the game, key number 3. Play defense. It's as simple as that. Our defense has been horrible these last couple of games, and we already know that our defense isn't one of the best defenses in the league. And last game, we've seen how bad we played. We couldn't stop the run. They ran all over us, over 200 yards. We gave up over 400 yards total to the Colts. We gave up 200 yards rushing to the Jets, to the freaking Jets. And we got to do a much better job on defense to give us any chance to win these games. Derek Carr and this offense cannot do everything out there. So our defense has got to step up and show out on Thursday night to help out our offense. If we need the ball back to take a lead, our defense has got to step up and do so. And we got to get some kind of turnovers. Our defense has got to step up. Now I know we're not going to have a lot of key pieces on the defensive side, but we got to do everything that we can to get to the quarterback, pressure Justin Herbert. Even though they have been struggling on the ground, we have got to stop the run game. And we got to do everything on defense to help us win this game. Now I know that Raider Nation rejoiced after that Colts game because we let go and we finally fired Paul Gunther's sorry ass out of Las Vegas. But let's see how this defense plays under Rob Marinelli. Now I know it's not going to be an easy task for Rob Marinelli to come in and take over and implement his defense onto this team, but hopefully we can go out there and show out. All I want to do is just win these 3 games and handle business. I'm not looking at other teams to lose for us to get into the playoffs. I just want us to just go out there and play the best football we can on defense to help this team win these next 3 games. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this pregame preview. Do you guys think that the Raiders are going to win this game? What are your guys' score predictions? Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please smash that thumbs up button. It does a lot for this channel. And if this is the first time you're watching this video and you're a Raiders fan, what are you doing with your life? Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this one. With that being said, until the next video, Raider Nation, or until we beat the Chargers, this is your boy Samoa Raider, and your boy is yeah.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.